damaging to the overall health of the community.
Vacant, empty eyesores. You see them far too often in our city.
And it becomes a burden for the city, and it brings down the value of the properties around it.
Not to mention the added potential of crime and fire and added expense for routine care. So on a scale of 1 to 10...
I think it's a 10. I often say that my office, we're on the forefront of misery.
That's a big problem, one many politicians kind of stray away from.
She's shown a lot of leadership in that regard. We've been wonderful collaborators.
You know, when you have such a high vacancy rate in the city of Dayton, you can't just pretend it's not there.
A vacant property will drop the value of your house 11%.
There are definitely houses that are worth being rehabbed, but we are so overwhelmed with vacant structures that are outmoded. You know, the 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house that no one's really interested in buying anymore, you know. We have to get that right. And if it hasn't been taken care of, the amount of money to fix it does not economically work on the amount of money that gets out of that house.
When Nan first got on Dayton City Commission, the city tore down 50 blighted homes a year. Now that number's 300, with plans to raise 1,000 more properties over the next 18 months, all thanks to new federal dollars that Nan fought to secure.
Nan's leadership on this, when really others would pretend to just ignore it, I think has been critical.
County Auditor Carl Keith is working with Nan on the premise of land banking. Government holds land with poor market value. When property value goes up, the city then sells. It can remove eyesores, create safer spaces for families, and stabilize property values.
We're going to have to redesign what city living is all about. And I think really this is kind of the first effort in doing that redesigning of city living.
This is a big problem that didn't occur just in the past year. It's happened over the past 30 years. And so to think that we can fix it in a day is not going to happen. But if you just ignore it, it will expound and expound to the point where you can't ever get a hold of it. So I think we've caught it in time, but we have to be as aggressive as possible and recognize that each year we make good progress, but it's still a lot of progress that needs to be made every year.
And this quick reminder, early voting is taking place here in Montgomery County. You can visit Nan's website to find out when and where to vote.